Hey, this is Matt, and this is Let's Drink with Matt.
What's the difference between me and you?
It's Matt with a Sunday night edition and kind of drowning myself in my sorrows because tonight, or this afternoon, the Miami Heat were eliminated from the playoffs and the NBA playoffs, so it's a little sad, but I know Jay's probably happy. One of the guys I subscribe to, he's a Hawks fan, so go Hawks. It's not gonna be pretty when you guys get swept by Cleveland, but to each his own. And congratulations to the Hawks; they played better than the Heat, and the Heat. When you only have one person playing basketball, it's kind of difficult. But I'm not here to be a sports reviewer, a sports writer, a sports critic, or a pundit. I'm here to drink beer. That's what I try to do best. And tonight, I'm going to be doing a Sam Adams beer. This is a Sam Adams from the Imperial Series. I'm going to be doing the white, Imperial White. Now, just doing some research on the Sam Adams site and things like this. Now, this is the first year that this particular beer has ever been brewed. It is a little high on the alcohol side. It's 10.3% alcohol. And just looking at a few other things on the website, it's very low in bitterness. I think the bitterness unit is only at about 13 or 15 or something like that. So, as always with these high alcohol volumes, I can expect something. And it even says on the site it's supposed to be as a wine substitute in a way, so it goes well with beer and a lot of other things. Actually, there's a lot of good information on the Sam Adams site about its Imperial Series. Is very interesting. They have I think they have a Doppelbock, a Stout, and they have a White. Those are like the three Imperial beers that they have out right now, and it gives you tasting notes. It gives you a lot of great information. So let's open this thing up, if I can, of course. So now this is supposed to be a wit beer. So maybe very similar to their raspberry wit beer that they put out earlier. Probably not with the raspberry flavor, of course, but it's the same general type of idea. And it's an Imperial White, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be similar to maybe a shock top, something like that. So drinking out of the old. Let me just put some head on this thing here, see what we can get. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong when I'm pouring or something like that. Perhaps I am. I've been getting tips from people about how to properly get some head on the beer to kind of get the flavors to come out a little bit more, but I've been having some problem. A lot of carbonation in the beer, very fresh. It's got a nice heavy amber kind of look to it. Even looking in the light, it's got the amberness all the way through it. Very nice looking beer. It's got the fruity flavor of like a Blue Moon or a Shock Top, something along those lines, and it's brewed with spices, so that's why I'm comparing a little bit more to the Shock Top type of beer. So, without further ado, let's drink. Whew. Definitely a very sweet, spicy taste initially, and when it gets into your system a little bit, it actually has a pretty decent aftertaste. Very sweet, very winey, like a red wine type of deal. And that's usually what happens when you get these higher alcohol volume beers. When you get past the 10%, that's when you start getting into more of a sweet type of avenue. And like I said, it's low on the bitterness scale, so not bitter at all. Very little, slight bitterness. Definitely not a bad beer. I enjoy it. It's not a rough beer. It's high alcohol, but it's not tough to really swallow and get down. Sometimes it's almost too sweet and too much like wine. Like if you're drinking like a barley wine style, those are very tough to drink. They're just very not bitter. I'm just trying to. It's almost drinking a liqueur or liquor. And I really don't like is drinking a straight liquor. And like I said on the site, though, this is more for a tasting. You taste this wine, you taste this beer. It's supposed to be like wine. You're supposed to enjoy it. But for time constraints, I can't really. I can enjoy it, but I can't just take my time drinking it and everything. So. A lot of these whites, it gets kind of. Well, this white especially, since it is higher on this alcohol scale. When you get, like I've said before, when you get past that 10%, it's just very. They almost all taste the same, unless you're dealing with a different. Like if you're dealing with a high alcohol stout or a porter, then of course you're going to get a more bitter coffee taste, that type of deal, you know. Well, I wish I could be with you guys all night and just enjoy this fine, fine beverage. It's fine Imperial White by Sam Adams. But, let's see, I got about, this is a 12 ounce, so I got about maybe about another 8 ounces, probably about 8, so let's drink this. Whew. Ta-da! Nothing more satisfying than a nice out like that. Now, what I've been noticing with a lot of beers that I've been trying lately is that upon the chug of the beer, that's when you really get the actual taste of the beer. When you get the full taste, you get you're basically your body's just taking all the alcohol and all the taste, and that's what we've been noticing about some beers like Merry Monks and like chocolate kind of like tasting beers and stuff like fruit flavored beers. When you get to that chugging process, that's when you really taste the actual undertones and everything of this beer. This isn't a fruity beer. It's a wit beer, so it has a dryness to it and a sweetness to it. It's like a dry sweet beer. It's good. I mean, it's not a bad beer. I can't say it's a bad beer. I like pretty much all Sam Adams beer. I've never had a problem with a Sam Adams beer. Maybe like the Sam Adams Light. I'm not a big light beer drinker, but this was fine. I enjoyed it. It was good for a high alcohol volume beer. It was smooth. It didn't like make me gag or anything or get me like ugh, like I dreaded drinking the rest of it. So I really don't do numbers. I don't do reviews where I'm out here to label something like a 4, 5, 1, 2, or 3. It's a good beer. Try it for yourself. That's what these reviews are mainly set out to do. You're supposed to try things yourself, and you're supposed to try these beers, or don't try the beers. I'm just out here to tell you what my opinion is, and hopefully you'll try it and have your own opinion. That's what it's all about. So that's it. This is Matt. Hope you enjoyed the review. Look out for more, of course. We've got plenty more beers, plenty more time, and plenty more video space to put it on. So enjoy, have a good time, and I'll see you guys later.